In this video, I'll be talking about digestion and the food that goes through the digestive system and the journey it takes. The first section we're at is the mouth of the buccal cavity, is where the journey starts. The buccal cavity has salivary glands which release amylase to break down carbohydrates in the saliva. The saliva is also used to lubricate the food, and this allows the tongue to help mix it. Teeth are used for the process of mastication, also known as chewing, to grind up the food. This then, in between here and the esophagus, we actually have the pharynx, which is essentially the throat, and it's just where the food passes through to get to the esophagus, which is a muscular tube that helps to further condense the food, and this will then become chyme. This chyme then passes into the stomach, which can be described as an acid bath because hydrochloric acid and protease are produced here to break down the proteins in the chyme. The stomach has 3 layers of muscle which help to churn the food that we have. This journey then continues with the liver. The liver produces bile and lipase to break down the lipids, which are the fats. Lipids are basically just the fats that our body gets from food, and we need to break them down. Another thing the liver does is also detoxify the blood. The excess bile that is produced by the liver is then stored by the gallbladder, and when the excess bile is needed, the gallbladder contracts and releases it. Kidneys are also part of this journey because they're used for blood filtration. The pancreas here can be called the enzyme factory because this is where all of the enzymes are produced. So we've got the protease, which breaks down the proteins, which then continue into amino acids, amylase to carbohydrates to glucose, lipids to fats to fatty acids. The small intestine is where most of the digestion occurs because this is where all of the nutrients are absorbed, and this is where the duodenum is, which is just the pathway from the stomach. The bacteria there's lots of bacteria that's also produced in here and in the large intestine. The large intestine is where the water is drained from, and the chyme and the rest of it is turned into waste product. Cecum is also part of the large intestine pathway from the small intestine to the large intestine. This product then enters the rectum where it is stored, and then it is ready to be released by the anus when the signal is sent from the body up to the brain, letting us know that it's ready to be released, and that is when it will be released, and then the whole process can start again.